Yeah, it really does. You know, I like.
Se inscreva no canal, deixe seu like e comenta o que você achou.
I like the veto, though. I like what we've gotten out of this one. I think it could lead to a pretty competitive series. Oh, and already a hot start out of m0NESY. I like what I'm seeing there. He swings himself out in the middle. It's day one of the group, so let's get into this, shall we? And Heroic. Ugh. We had some choice words out of Nerds before this. He said, maybe I'm delusional, but I think we can play in the spot X. So let's see if they'll realize that delusion now.
Sees hold of it, but G2 seem to have this pistol in the bag. Look at the flank timing for Nexa. Be completely open. Maybe Heroic realize with this much room, they've got to be right behind. And that's a lovely GuS out of Tesses. Nexa push back. HooXi low as well. If Heroic can get good positions established, this could be a round worth talking about. That bomb is a little wider than default, so maybe should play from the heaven, but Nico taps him out of the round. 2 players left, and really call it one, because the health is diminished. It's almost gone. Nico gets every single kill. And it's going to be a round for G2 to start the series.
Permaban of Overpass. It's a map that should suit them, right? With the players that they have, probably more so than some of the other ones in the pool, like Vertigo, which also became really good for them in the last couple of months. And who was playing A.
I do have a question about the veto, but we'll have to hold it off because we have a B rush.
Yeah, straight in, out through Monster. Nexa toppled immediately. Now it's on this MP7, closing the distance, but oh dear. HooXi comes out with a double, and Hunter's still here to offer his helping hand down at B. Deagle, one from Nikados. And now they go quiet just for a moment here. m0NESY falls out, but that gives the fight to Nico. m0NESY with the swing will regain control down at that lower site. It starts off well for G2. HooXi opens up with the double. That's now moving in. Oh, kicks on.
Oh,
hello.
My goodness.
He's touching Nico. He's giving him a back rub, but it's just the Glock. And shot in the back. That's the end of the line for this A play. Tess says bomb plant denied. G2 respond to that one well, considering just how in their face Heroic were. The hero AK gets nothing done. Drops the smoke in, but Tesses is already ahead of it. Now, I really wondered, does he try and do much with this, right? Knowing he's ahead of the timing, he's going to turn back around for now. Nico will deal with him. Cleanly done on the MP9. And so an early advantage for G2, secured from Nico. Good flashes to find Hunter over on the short side. Now this B side's about to get pressured. Bomb waiting on Kicksan's back outside of Monster. Oh dear, Nikados has just given G2 a big helping hand. He's smoked off short. A double agent.
They're going to have to go at Monster now. Flash is good. HooXi's swing is very delayed, though, and Nerds will just get the blind spray. It's so blind for everyone. Nikados even comes through the smoke, but that won't stop him. Another entry for to Nexa, who finds 0 kills on this B hold, and it's too hot to handle for Nico from heaven. HooXi's here with a Deagle, but there's everyone coming in.
HooXi Deag. Will he be able to do anything? The flashes do make life a little easier for HooXi, who puts up 2. That's what he had to in the round, but his teammates start to fall around him. And so this one, there was a glimmer of hope there with the 2K from HooXi's Deagle. But having it just left on Hunter now in this 1-on-3, bomb getting planted. There is a world where he can attempt to sneak out through the bank, right? He's only got one player fighting him here, but CZ versus the AK. The AK comes up top trumps for Heroic. Rotates moving up for G2, but Heroic are going to beat them to the punch. Already up close in the bank. Hunter is here, but he's very low. It's going to be m0NESY chiming in on that AWP. Good for the double. And one more man still to chase down. There's a couple of kills with the MAC-10. Gifting him the promise of this AWP, and it might just be the difference maker here for G2. They'll finish this one strong with m0NESY and Nexa rising to the occasion.
The difference in the end, but also good patience from m0NESY and Hunter not to go deeper into bank or upstairs. Instead, wait for the push from Heroic, who felt like they needed to take more control, knowing that there's a flank from Nico coming from somewhere.
Fighting out in the open. They know what to expect, but they've only got one flash. It has to be perfect. m0NESY peeks in, fully blind, and that will give Heroic space with 20 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, the one flash having gone out, though, and you're not going to wipe him off of these sidelines anymore. m0NESY, open season. He's good for the double kill. Ooh, missing on the third. They're getting closer, and Kicksan will eventually find him. m0NESY Did all he can in that round to turn the tide, but now it's on the rest of G2 to try and pick this up in the retake. They'll go fast through the bank. Good trade out of Hunter. Katowice left up in this one all alone. Sat right on top of the bomb. Like a mother hen right now. Here he is trying to block out these Predators moving up through the dumpster. They will get the trade, and it's some fancy trade work from Hunter to kind of facilitate this round in the first place. I like that reposition from him away from the bank. Joins up with his teammate. They double swing out of the dumpster. Speaking of quickly, yeah, man. Nico all the way up through mid. Whoa. And all the way down the slide. HooXi at least going to keep this even in the 4-on-4, and him and m0NESY kind of slink back in towards the A-bomb site after leveling the playing field here. But Heroic, aware that that one kill early, likely going to stretch the defense just a little thinner, hone in their sights on the B site. Next set needs to deliver. He has support from Hunter. Goes for the trade, and that leaves him open, and Katowice over at short. G2 a man down.
Nade would win you the round there. Could have blown up Tess's on the plant. Instead, he'll come swinging solo. There's a trade, it's late, and m0NESY's not ready for the close player. s/GuS runs him down. It's not the prettiest post-plant for Heroic, but it certainly gets the job done. Awkward for Hunter. Couldn't pick his target.
At this breaking point on the CT side.
Another B-rush, the spawn, heaven smoke, the fast short molly. They're sending it.
Just straight in with the MAC-10.
It's heaven smoke.
Look at the farm. He's got support. Everyone's swinging out behind him. And so now it's only Nico, but they shouldn't be ready for this fourth man. Spam on the smoke, but that only further sells the idea that no one else is here. Nico might just have a golden opportunity.
Got a flick, though. It's
going to be wild to get out of this with any more than one. And on that smoke fade, they flush Nico out. m0NESY never even gets a chance to play here. It's s/GuS's MAC-10.
Knowing if m0NESY doesn't have the scout in the next round, it will be a full eco for G2. Well, they're not going to be able to find him, it seems. So something to worry about on that A site next time. 5-5, already a fantastic T-half out of Heroic, but these will be the deciding rounds, more so the last of the half, as G2, seemingly at best case, can only split it 6-6. Teething issues. It's just not like they've thrown that lurk smoke all T side, so to use it in the last round, like, of course G2 are going to flash peek it. They know you're actually going to make a play with that smoke, and Nico's been set up perfectly, but he doesn't get the kill. Teammate baited for him and everything. Good check from Tessez, and s/GuS knows he's got m0NESY trapped on the long side. No guarantee with this kill. m0NESY flashes and peeks, and he obliterates the entry.
It just makes your skin crawl, doesn't it, how good he is. Gonna have two players coming his way down the long side, but he likes these ranges. Might just look to go through that. They're not up into the site yet. That pressure isn't on just yet, and so m0NESY playing right on the edge of this smoke. HooXi takes the contact. m0NESY fires off a shot, but won't commit to the push. G2, a man up. Bomb still not planted for Heroic, and the pressure is on. They're pinned in at the truck. These two players from G2 keeping the pressure applied on the back lines, and it's m0NESY's AWP every step of the way on this CT side that's been able to deliver. The dependable piece leaves it all on Tessez. 1v3.
What?
And m0NESY never even sees him, man. What's going on with this guy? This is absolutely wild. Another 3K from m0NESY, and that's how G2 tie up the half. m0NESY madness has manifested its way in the server. He is looking lights out right now. A stellar first half from the G2 AWPer. And even that shot there, that was the kill that closed the half, 6-6 to tie it up.
Execute coming in, two-sided smokes, and G2 going to explode.
s/GuS up first. Oh, full blind, but still good for the first kill. At least leaves them even in a 4-on-4, and now this fast flank out through the connector gets activated. Nice kill from Nerds. Any more in the tank? Oh God, m0NESY. Don't know if that was just a kind of misread on the situation there, but caught running out into the open. Gives that one away for free. They trade places in this smoke at bank. But HooXi now teed up to play around the bomb, takes out one, but that's the end of the line. It's a pistol round secured from the Heroic camp, and
And ooh, HooXi, knife out. It's always scary. He's going to get heard and dispatched off by Nerds. The rest of the team are further than Nerds is ready for. And because of that kill, he might not flank. But this jump spot is everything. Nikodos gets the info, and now Nerds can start to activate.
Yeah, another backstab from Nerds. Found a lot of success from it in the pistol. That's a nice, easy kill from Nikodos onto Nico.
Oh, they heard that.
And now Nerds arrives in the back line, but flushed out by m0NESY, who finding a lot of success still. 2 kills from him on his AK, so that's something dependable for G2 at least. That's what they need right now if they want to keep this round competitive. Hunter is in a really nice spot here. The fact that he hasn't tried to make some crazy play, he's just kind of biding his time. The longer he goes unchecked here, the more damage he could do, but he's just lobbed out some util. That should give it away. A kill from Nexa, but he's caught crossing onto the van. Left all onto Tessez now. Another one of these backstabs that Heroic are relying upon. m0NESY, the one responsible for planting, will get spammed out. And with so little time left, Hunter's got to go for the kill or the plant. He can't do both, and well, he will try to plug in those digits. He gets away with it. And so now we get into some real awkwardness, but it's Tessez with the flick back around to send Hunter packing.
I don't know what G2 are doing there. They have m0NESY holding the con flank, but Nexus still wants to cross the truck. They have default, they have a guy front bank. Why don't you plant default, Yanko? Why would you try and cross truck when the whole fear of planting default with the flank being open is covered by m0NESY?
I wish I had an answer for you, Hugo. I think it's just a little bit of chaos and miscommunication as to what's open and what they need to do. You know, you see it on Nico's reaction. So a huge round for, yeah, now a change of pace from Heroic. Kixan with an aggressive play.
Yeah, he does not care, does he? And hearing the steps coming back, this might be a freebie. Oh, the turn! What's he looking at?
I swear, half of this game's down to just been like people suddenly looking away from the intended target.
You have it. Great volley for m0NESY.
m0NESY and HooXi.
I was going to say as well, this is the 3rd buy in a row for G2, and it was mostly Galil's. They were making it work.
Hang on a second.
They were. They no longer are.
Off the brakes, guys.
At 3-on-2, they have to go back for the bomb, and that allows Heroic time to adjust.
Watch G2 lose this. But I think, but HooXi saw both players. He heard the M4 and the AK.
Oh, Nerds, they're up close. And he's been Mr. 3K, but now getting silenced. It's m0NESY's time to shine.
Finally.
And m0NESY is shining now. Just Tessez over at Dumpster, and m0NESY's going to put a stop to this for sure with the round he's having. Oh, hang on a second, man.
He's a smoke, so he won't look away.
I don't want to look away. You know, you look away from your screens. They can't look away from theirs.
Yeah, they had to win one, because if you keep bomb planting, you're going to keep buying. You're never going to have full AK util. You're never going to have the AWP.
HooXi, he is being held here, and he'll start running. Now it overwhelms him. Now that double setup over at long gets dismantled, and G2 are going to start moving out through the B site. Smoke in heaven nullifies this scout, but SGuS is 5-7. Hello, that's m0NESY and Nexa both dead. This could be a flawless 4-spy round out of Heroic. They could take this one all the way to the bank. This might be that back-breaking round. G2 snuffed out with not even a kill. Double digits locked in for Heroic, and it comes off the back of SGuS's 5-7 down on the B site.
It's just such a nice utility combo because he drops the smoke, forcing G2 round one side of the pillar. He throws a nade, he hears damage, and then he calls the flash. Thank you, Captain Kixan. Both are blind. The 5-7 tears through G2 on that B walk. That's a disastrous round to lose. Tessez does get blinded by that flash, though. However, HooXi fell back. He'll self-flash himself in, and Nico helps as well through the smoke. So that's another opening kill for G2 and a must-win round. Awkward timing for Nikodos as he backs up. They're right there.
Yeah, they're way closer than he's ready for. Knife pulled as he gets back behind the dice box.
See ya.
Gets there, but doesn't survive for long. The m0NESY AWP just bearing down upon him, and you're dead on.
But if they lose that, then it's going to be an equal with 1900. This was better from G2, a slower...
Gonna deny any control over here towards short for now, but this boost is in play for Kixan, and he needs the smoke, but Nico's gonna win that. That's now his 3rd opener in a row. Nico cracking rounds open, but now they've got to follow through.
Look at the reaction, immediate speed up towards A. They know the op is on B. Well, maybe not the speed up now. Hunter doesn't know where the rifle is.
Oh, Nurse has just turned. He's checking long. That's awkward as hell. It's no AWP here in the site, though. Hunter's taking full advantage.
They're going to nade the smoke, look to peek through it. Tessez in at the truck, and he's got a mammoth task on his shoulders. Flash goes in over the top. Team Flash even hits him. He's left fighting for his life, and he can't withstand this hit for long. One man versus the full brunt of G2. And so it's looking like another G2 round. Hunter even comes in with the backstab, and it's just Nikodos left saving this AWP. So the gap is closing, and slowly but surely, Nico might not be blowing us away with where he is on the scoreboard, but he's certainly having a lot of impact in the start of these rounds. As mentioned, 3 entries in a row now for Nico.
Nikodos dead at the end. You would assume he's got to fight Nexa, who can just contain him here as his team come in to hunt this AWP. He's blind, he's burning, he's dead. It's G2 with back-to-back rounds looking to make a late-game recovery here on the T side, and they finally cooked the money of Heroic. Be able to kill them instantly. They should have a guaranteed trade
could also
here.
react to this.
All the time they turn, they line up. Next to 1-for-1. It could have gone worse. They try and pop in B, and Hooksy gets caught by Kixon. Even Monacy's missed shot on A. It's gone from bad to worse for G2. 40 seconds to make up their mind, and they're going to risk it all back at B.
They only have this one angle up through the short side. Tessez and Kixan should be able to play this one together to try and withstand the might of G2. Util starts to rein in now, but Kixan not made too uncomfortable from it. Gets away with a 1-for-1. It's left to Hunter and Monacy. They still don't even know about this player at Monster. Tessez never even spotted, never even needed. As Heroic run away with a 12th. Hunter's left combat saving that one. Oh no! Just shy of them, and even the kill after time.
It won't affect money, not this late in the game. G2 have enough for these 2 buys. Kixon going 1-for-1 against Nico is a damn good sight.
More importantly, Tess has picked up the op for Nikodos, so now he has the big green as well.
Honestly, combat AWPing up through short.
That's one way to root. And Nico also finds an opener. G2 will not go down without a fight.
This is nice for G2. Good return back into it. Oh, I like this. They're going to go prod with Nico over towards A. Just give it a little look in. See if he can draw any players around the map. Shush left alone down on the B side. That smoke goes out, so he will slow down the short creep for now. 35 seconds. Kixan now moves in to join him. G2 don't have the time to go back. They will be running into this double stack. The combat boost coming in. Shush going up, but not looking at Con. Not looking at Con. Nico's not checking the boost. This is weird. Right now they know that if G2 are here, they're already up through the short side. Shush has to keep his wits about in so many bodies, and it's a good try, but just overwhelmed by the numbers of G2 down on that B site.
It looks more awkward than it really is. G2 play that 5v3 perfectly, Yanko.
For G2, yes.
For G2. G2 don't lose a 5v3. I consider that perfect. And not only that, they've got no kit, so 4 stack on A means G2 should win this round from position. Shush gets a spot. Let's see how panicked that rotation is. Heroic start to pull men down. G2 need to go quick.
Kixan arriving, but with Shush dead, the numbers now turn against Heroic. Firepower not on their side as well. There's no Shush 5-7 Heroics this time. Nerds up close is spammed out by Nexa, and this one's coming unraveled. The force bite not sticking the landing for Heroic, and so overtime is on the horizon. Tessez and Nikodos, not really much you can expect them to do here. Even getting spammed by Hooksy over at short. Clean shot from Monacy, and for Tessez, that sinking feeling sets in. They had their chance to get this one done in regulation, but it's not going to happen as G2 grind out an overtime. It takes Monacy dropping 31 kills to get them there, and countless openers from Nico on this T side, but eventually they do stumble back to their feet, and at bare minimum, lock in OT.
Oh, a sigh of relief, if nothing else, for G2, who were definitely on the back foot. It was all kind of spearheaded by those 4 rounds in a row where Nico's getting opening kills. And after the first one, G2 picked up a bit of a streak.
And so right now, not really aware that Heroic have all this forward info over at B. That's freed up a third player to come and support this top site. They flash Nertz in at long. He tries to get involved early, and m0NESY gets the better of him. Bear in mind, it was them two skirmishing right at the start of the round. m0NESY was the one that got away, and he goes on to punish Nertz just a little bit later. Now the execs coming through, the util flooding on in. HooXi leads the charge. It's NiKo to pick up the next double. The top site cracked wide open, and that's more like it.
HooXi's been shooting today, man. Say what you want. He has been getting a lot of kills on the C side. His CT was solid as well as the rotation player, a very important role. So he's got a fall here, but that's a nice double entry from NiKo, supplemented by HooXi, which denies any possibility of this retake. It's also HooXi who's anti-flash on long, but somehow m0NESY gets the kill with the AWP. He was looking right into it.
Yeah, he
saw it coming.
The presence of mind to be anti-flash for that sort of a play.
He saw it coming, yeah, that turned back.
And I think just tells you how difficult it is to hold A when you don't have long or bathrooms control, right? With the T's having utility.
And NiKo was close long. It looked like he wanted to re-peek, but I think he remembers that round where he just crouch peeks into m0NESY and you just lose that fight.
Nexa waiting outside of Monster. HooXi walking in, but hang on. That's a lineup. That's nearly the double. m0NESY will facilitate with a trade, brought down really low, but they just can't seem to finish the job versus m0NESY.
Because he'll want to get back towards A. That might not be allowed here. Repause. Molly down. NiKo looks for the kill. That nade almost finishes m0NESY's life. And even with the shadow, m0NESY finds that kill further from the angle. Tucked behind the smoke is Nertz. He kind of has to be heroic, literally himself. One man in the site comes through the smoke, does drop the first, but the bomb crouch sprays its way to a win. G2, bomb plot, but with low players, Heroic could consider this. They need to consider this. It's going into last round of the half, and they can buy. There is no excuse. There should be no save.
This maybe feels bad for Heroic because they came into this matchup as the underdog in spite of a very impressive run through the play-in stage. They felt like they had this game in the palm of their hands. But it might just get away in OT. NiKo trying to be the hero, and he will stand tall. Good for the double kill. NiKo on the receiving end of one of those for a change. Keeper tries to reroute out, and he's got Nertz backing him up every step of the way. This tag team of Nertz and NiKo has locked G2 out of middle. Will one round on this CT side be enough for Heroic? First, they've got to get it. Nexa attempting to walk out through short. Just the one kill, actually. And now it's m0NESY 1v4. And don't get me wrong, he's not missed a beat all damn day. But he should never be able to get away with this one. Coming through Monster, the trade will be there immediately. Surely smooth to try and make it happen. But there's Kixang swinging it wide. And so Heroic at least find one round on this CT side.
One round on the CT side, that gives them a chance here.
It was 6-6 in regulation. Nertz is going through the smoke again. They don't have the flash this time. They're caught out by one. Kixin finds him blind. It's again the m0NESY trade. The orb starts B, and thank goodness it does. But that will elevate the pace towards A as Heroic come back up connector.
And we saw this happen to G2, right? The Opera is on B. How are you going to respond? Heroic slows it down a little bit.
Boost on boost.
Wait, they're boosting. But m0NESY's up there just a little faster. And dude, you just can't explain the impact that m0NESY's had in this game.
I think put down a defensive smoke as soon as something starts happening. And NiKo is re-clearing now bathroom, so m0NESY might be there in time.
Yeah, the re-clear from NiKo might be big. It just gives m0NESY that extra few seconds. Hunter at least good for the trade here. And so G2 get to head into this retake a man up. m0NESY, not a man, more of a god right now. A third kill in the round from this AWP. And that leaves it on Kixan. Big brain on his shoulders, but a lot to do here, and caught looking away at the wrong time. It's all m0NESY. Nice one, Ilya, as G2 would say. It's 15 on the board. They move on to map point.
37 kills. I mean, he's close to a 40 bomb if you go back to MR15 in regulation, right? incredible work from him. And also, I think what's impressive is it's not been that many crazy Monacy flicks, as it's just been him position-wise being like, at the right place at the right time. Again, in the first round of the overtime, you're opening B site again, right? I think that's a great sign, right? That his feel for the game has been really, really good here on Overpass.
I love as well, we see him there in the player cam, he is just motor mouth 100 miles an hour, getting all the info out there. He can feel the game right now, there's no denying it. Nico teed up over in middle, will get out with the double. And so he's done exactly what he had to do in this round. A 4v3 immediately provided on the back of that flash play in mid. And if you try to go B, if you try to go B, you'll go running into the big man upstairs. It's Monacy with this AWP. Of course he doesn't miss Nerds. And this one is looking done. 1 overtime, all it takes for G2. A return to form across this map. Monacy active throughout the entire thing to even keep G2 in it.
There's nothing to do. Kicks and waits a flank that will never come, but they could flash peek this, they can swing this together. At worst, they will trade. He walks into his inevitable demise, and G2, they wait, and then they strike. 16-13, the reigning champs of IEM Katowice are back in the group stage, and with a recovery here on Overpass, it's a damn good start. We move to their map pick, Anubis up next to see if G2 can get it done in 2.